To the triathlon, thought I'd impress the ladies. You know, things don't always work out quite the way you hoped. So let me run through this. Yeah, you get up at some godforsaken hour of the morning, you know, and you're nervous. You know, maybe you're anxious about starting the race, maybe you're gung-ho, ready to go. Maybe you're looking at the water thinking, you know, should I take those shark warnings seriously? And that's a true story. Or maybe you're a little bit worried that you're going to embarrass yourself by not finishing the race because of a heart attack halfway through it, but it doesn't matter because you're nervous. When you're nervous, you tend to tighten up inside. When you tighten up inside, you're a guy, you tend to tighten up on the outside too. So you're not presenting in the most impressive way in a masculine sense. And in a skin-tight pair of Lycra shorts, you know, with a Kotex-like pad in the crotch for the bike ride, right, you're starting to look like a 13-year-old boy about to have his first period. So you jump in the water and it's cold. This is the first part of the race. Jump in the water, it's cold. For you Seinfeld fans out there, one word. Shrinkage. Okay. Then you start swimming, and this is not a civilized swim like in a YMCA pool, you know, laps and lanes and some sort of courtesy. Right? This is like swimming in a school of piranha. Everybody edging for position. People are elbowing you. People are kicking you. So you basically get mugged underwater.
I got it.
You turn your head to breathe, somebody's shoving water up your nose and down your throat. So as far as I'm concerned, Dick Cheney saying waterboarding isn't torture, fuck him. And people will literally swim over you. All right? And when you got a 6'3" athletically toned guy in a skin-tight rubber suit swimming over you, well, I feel like he's trying to mount me. And that's not a happy place for me. I'm sure these women, their eyes are kind of lighting up like, I think I'm going to start training. But for me, it's not a happy place. So I start swimming, you know, you struggle to the end. I come out of the water, and again, in my skin-tight Lycra shorts, I look down at something resembling a cluster of 3 medium-sized grapes. Now I got to run past whatever spectators there are to get to my bicycle and what they call the transition area. So I have to make sure that when I'm passing them, my stride is such that I'm lifting my knee on the side facing them to camouflage my diminished capacity. Hop on the bike, start pedaling away. And when I was a kid, you know, and Mike would remember this, you know, bicycle seats were kind of these broad-ass leather affairs, you know, all reasonably comfortable. Well, somebody along the line decided to replace them. Let's just have people sit on hard plastic rods for however long it takes. So you're not only getting exercise, we're inducing pain. And medical science has kind of determined that sitting on these bicycle seats for any length of time inhibits arterial flow, right? Can cause nerve damage, leading to impotence. So I'm doing a bicycle ride, struggling the best I can. I'm finishing the first loop. It's 26 miles, it's 2 13-mile loops. You know, which sounds pretty impressive, but I just want to make it clear. I don't want to misrepresent. This is not an Ironman. Right? This is not even a half an Ironman. Right? This is kind of like an aluminum foil man. And I'm finishing up my first 13-mile loop, and the front runners are kind of speeding by. You know, they got those arm bars where you lean up front. They got those aerodynamically designed helmets. Okay, and I'm pedaling away with my handlebars and my kid's skateboard helmet on top of it. So I take my time getting to the end. I'm just trying to get through this damn thing. Right, I get off my bike and I start to run out again, passing those same attractive ladies, making sure my knee is up. All right, if there's a couple in a row, you got to skip. They won't know what you're up to, but at least they won't know what you're up to or down to. Right, now the run's the hardest part. They didn't warn me that when you get off a bicycle after a long ride and start running, these muscles here start seizing up. Okay, so painful. It makes a Charlie horse during sex seem like a comforting massage. Any married guys out there? Anybody? Mike, you remember sex, right? Thing you thought, no. It's the thing you thought you'd get more of, you know, once you put a ring on her finger. All right. So I finish up the bike ride, I get off. And now, you know, let me review. We got nervousness, we got shrinkage, we got underwater mugging and mounting and waterboarding, lost arterial flow, and nerve damage. Right? I look down and it's a pubic. Pubic Pubic is a Jewish word for belly button. At this point, it's still an outie, not an innie. I'm salvaging some of my dignity, but it's not going to impress Jessica Alba and forget about Janet Jackson because she's a size queen. Let me see a show of hands out there. How many people hate size queens? Everybody's impressive. My wife's going to think I'm inadequate now. Thanks a lot. So anyway, I do the run, and again, these muscles seize up, and after about 5 minutes, you start running like the Tin Woodsman, thinking, if I only had a heart, a brain, some wood. Now, up until this point, okay, the boys were unhappy, all right, but they could depend on the general community for some kind of support. Kind of like if you're in the hospital with a serious illness or injury, your friends will come visit you, your friends, your family, chat you up a little bit, maybe tell you a few jokes, all right, bring you some peach cobbler. Right, but let's imagine the town is under attack. Blitzkrieg, the pain. All of a sudden, everybody's hiding in their basement or leaving town. And you're up there in your hospital bed thinking, where'd everybody go? Where's my peach cobbler? So you decide, maybe it's best I go into hiding. So after I drag through this whole run just in time for the trophy picture as I'm crossing the finish line, the boys have decided to go into total retreat. Okay, and I look down, and it's a vagina. So as far as impressing the ladies are concerned, like I said, you don't always get what you hope for. Sure, there were a couple of dyke-eared lesbians giving me a nod and a wink, but I had to tell them, look, it's not quite what you think. A little bit tired. I think I'll go home now. Just one little bit, the good news is I did place third in the women's 50 and older division. I tried that line on my wife, and she looked at me dead serious and said, did you really? Anyhow, thank you very much. I'm Dave Lipton.